Hello, welcome back to the Union Chronicle. Tom List here, your PEA president. Happy New Year to you. Hope the first week back was a good one. I have got a lot of information for you today. So the legislature began their session. We heard the State of the State speech by the governor, and we know that we will be up against the usual obstacles when it comes to education funding this year. We are also building up for a week of action in March related to a bill and a possible ballot measure that would help out education funding across the state. Now, I know that we in Poudre are very lucky to have passed 4A, and we will be able to do some positive work on our salary schedule, but statewide, we still need a statewide solution for that problem. A lot of you have been asking how lobby days will work this year. Well, this is what we're going to do. Rather than have one or two great big lobby days with lots of Poudre folks down there, we're going to go every Thursday. So I'm going to include a sign-up genius that Fran put together, and we kind of thought of this as kind of like a magic bus down to the Capitol. We would leave as usual from the PEA parking lot at 6:30 in the morning, and then people will sign up to get picked up along the way. We're doing this in conjunction with Weld and Thompson, one other education association in there I'm forgetting about. Oh, of course, St. Vrain. And so you will pick up folks at the Highway 66 Park and Ride, and then head on down to Denver. So one driver and passengers. If you could drive for a lobby day, please sign up on the sign-up genius. Pick your day. It'll be every Thursday. Thursdays are kind of problematic for me because we have our issues resolutions meeting on Thursday morning, but on days when there are Poudre folks down there, I will be down there at lunchtime to join you in your lobby day activities. So yeah, check out the link for the sign-up genius. It is freezing out here. I'm going to go inside for the next part. Okay, that's better. A lot of folks have been asking for a negotiations update, so we had our first all-day Big Circle session on Thursday of last week, and things are really going pretty well. We use an interesting process for negotiations, interest-based bargaining. There's about 40 people in the circle, including representatives from your PEA negotiations team, and then the ACE negotiations team, as well as PACE and the cabinet. So we set out our issues. I'll put all of those issues in the email, but for PEA, of course, it is getting a new salary schedule as the ballot language called for in 4A. A lot of questions about will there be a one-time pay, and once again, working with Dave Montoya, the answer is yes. We're still talking about the possibility of a one-time pay that would take place this year. We do have to finish the salary schedule first, though. So that's a huge job, and then we'll talk about the one-time pay afterwards. But the reason for that is we have to know what your salary will be next year before we could base any kind of one-time pay amount that would make sense. So stay tuned for that. Next up on today's Union Chronicle, it's that time again. The Teaching and Learning Conditions in Colorado survey is coming up. The TLCC survey used to be known as the TEL survey. This was authorized by the state legislature back in 2008, and it is the only statewide survey that asks about teaching and learning conditions. And the cool thing about TLCC is the results are absolutely transparent. I'll give you the link. You can go back and see your school's data for the last times that we have done this survey. I'm here at Eileen's Colossal Cookies because last time we used this as a great reward system. See, the way the TLCC survey works is you can't see your building's specific data until you've got above 50% participation for your building. So we've set a little bit higher mark. Last year we were able to get all but one of our buildings to hit the 70% mark. And if you get the 70% mark of returns on this survey, PEA will be bringing Eileen's Colossal Cookies to your building for everybody. So here's the specific information. The window will open on January 22nd and close on February 21st. Each of us gets an individualized code to participate in the survey. Those codes are attributed to the building. They're not attributed to you personally, so your results are anonymous. Those survey codes are going to be coming to building reps. So building reps, keep on the lookout for those. They're not junk mail. Please don't throw them away. The survey only takes about 15 minutes to take, and for PEA in particular, this information is very valuable. When we go into a building to look at what's going right and what's not going right, first stop is always the TLCC data. Now, if you are classified and you would like to have some input on this, you can't. You can't do the TLCC survey, but last time we did this, Hooters School District developed a classified survey based on the same kind of questions that classified folks will take. And it's got a name that I forget at the moment, but that survey will be open during the same window. Many of you have commented that you don't like the TLCC survey because it doesn't allow you to give specific information about specific administrators. Well, with SurveyMonkey, we can design a survey that would do that at any time. And so if you are in a building and you would be interested in surveying particular administrators, let us know and we'll see what we can work out. And so once again, January 22nd, that window opens. It would be very cool if you could talk to your principals and have them set aside some time on the work day, which is that Monday, President's Day in February, to get this in. And I'll be bringing by cookies. All right. The next bit of information I have for you is about PEA elections. Now, one of the coolest things that I think there is about the Booter Education Association is that we are member-led and member-driven, and all of our functions are democratic. So we've got 3 tiers of elections that are coming up here soon. The first one is for representatives to delegate assembly. Now, this is the state body that meets in April and makes the policy for CEA for the coming year. We've got elections, by the way, for state delegate assembly, we usually have about 20 spots that are open. We will get our spots assigned here soon. Then at the national level, we have the NEARA, and we have elections open for that as well. There will be probably about 5 spots is what we usually get, and that is held over the 4th of July weekend. It will be in Atlanta, Georgia this year. And on our own executive board, we have 5 spots open. We have the treasurer's spot, we have the secretary spot, and we have 3 board director spots open. So the cool thing about an organization that's member-led and member-driven is that anybody that is a member in good standing, can run for these offices. So tonight, Monday night, our exec board is meeting, and we will be calling in Allison Coatman from Cruz Elementary. She is in charge of our elections, and will be putting into motion the things that need to happen if you are interested in running for one of these spots. So I just wanted to get it out there. Look for some more information coming up from Allison soon. Also, I wanted to remind you about a session that's coming up next Wednesday, January 22nd at the Rocky Mountain High School Media Center, brought to us by the Laboratory to Combat Human Trafficking. Now, I've told you about this before. It's very important that we as educators understand what's going on in our own community. So often the worst kind of social injustice happens right under our noses. So who is this session for? It's for all of us, any educated person that wants to know what's going on. It will discuss young people and that have been exploited for sex or labor purposes. We'll get answers about what those conditions are in Larimer County on the I-25 corridor, and what we can do about it and how we can report it. Now, we haven't had a lot of interest in this signing up, so please, if you are interested in this, please reply to this email and let me know. We will buy dinner. The session is from 4:30 until 7:30, and got a lot of folks coming up from Denver to take their time to do this, and we want to make sure it's worthwhile. So please, if you are interested, RSVP by replying to this email. Do you need some wellness alternatives? The last thing I want to tell you about today is Happy Whole You. Now, they're a partner with Buddha Education Association, and a lot of teachers come here for all kinds of things related to wellness, and going to include that flyer with special discounts just for PEA members. And Kathleen will take us on a tour, a full-blown tour on an upcoming Union Chronicle. That's what I have for you today. Thanks. Bye.